Hi guys, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. Well, today I thought we would do a tri-fold folio. I had gone on our Facebook group and noticed one of our folks had done a pretty cool folio, or it looked like a folio type setup. And then this morning I was on Etsy and I saw something that was similar again, and it reminded me of it. So this has the 3 folds, and you can do more folds than this if you choose, but I'm going to do mine 3. And so I thought it'd be a really cute thing, you know, to have glued into our journal. And then you open it and you've got all these things to play with. You know, you've got these different, you've got tags and journaling spaces, and then you've got these little flippy parts here that kind of cover each other. More tags, and then here I've got a tuck with a smaller tag. You can even put in these and here's a big pocket with another tag. But I was thinking you can even do a signature, and you could, you know, do a little notebook in there. It's not, it's limitless. I mean, just whatever comes to your mind, whatever you feel, you know. This is just my rendition of not a new idea. I'm sorry, the camera's shaking. I'm fixing the cord. Anyway, so this is, like I said, it's not a new idea. It's just my thoughts on it. And so I was looking here to see if I want to use a Tim Holtz paper or if I want to use one of the new ones I got. And my Tim Holtz is getting kind of thin, actually, so I'm thinking I might do this paper. Let's peek at it here and see what we got. That's like our first selection, and then there's this one, and that one. That one's pretty. I do like that. I like that one a lot. That's very pretty. Let's see. Oh gosh, I keep hitting that cord. I usually have it hooked up higher than this, and it keeps coming down. Sorry. There we go. I think I got it. Anyways, so let's see. Oh, and this book comes with a bunch of tags that are there ready to go. Those are fun. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. It's got the gold with the roses. I want grungy though, so I don't want pretty. I want grunge. Oh, I like that blue. That's nice. Way too fancy. Oh, and then the back has a bunch of cards, postcards, stuff, fun stuff. Let's see. I don't think this is grungy enough. I guess this one's kind of. I don't know, guys. It's awfully pretty. I think we'll do this piece. Okay. The only thing I hate about these pads from, I think Michael's is the same way. This one came from Joann's. Sorry, I'm pulling my paper cutter out. And they've always got that extra little bit at the top, you know, and it's just annoying because then you got to go in and make sure and trim that off so you get an accurate size on your paper. So we're going to trim that off first. So we're at 12 inches here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this. Let's see. No, we're going to keep it this way. Okay. Now you're going to want your 12 by 12 paper. I should have said this before. Your glue, your scissors. You may need a ruler depending on, you know, your setup. I am going to tell you the measurements. They're really easy. But you'll need a bone folder if you have it, or your scissor handles. You're going to need some paper to use for hinges once we get on the inside, and you're going to need some paper, some cloth. Doesn't matter what type. I'm going to be using this type of cloth here. It's coffee dyed. It's those towels that I get at Walmart, and I just tear them into strips. Super easy stuff. For the outside, okay. If you want paper on the, cloth on the outside, you don't have to have cloth. But the way we're going to do it in the video, that's what we're going to use. So now you're going to cut this, and as you can see, I've got this on its side, okay? Because I want, when I turn it, I want it 6 by 4 is going to be the measurement. So we're going to go down, make sure we cut 6 inches, and then each one of these, okay, you know, and I want to do 2 at a time, but I'm hesitant. My machine has a tendency to cause it to be messed up. My cutter. We're going to try. Hold it tight. There we go. That one looks good. So we're going to cut 4 inches and then do that again. So you'll end up with 6 pieces that are 6 by 4. Okay? Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. Now, you're going to decide which side you want on the outside and which side you want on the inside. I think I'm going to put this as the inside. And I'm only going to use 3 of these because I tried to do one with 6 panels, and yes, it's possible, but it was just kind of a hassle. And I want to be able to try and at least do part of this with you guys, and we might have to do a 2-parter to decorate it, but you know what I mean. I would like to be able to get it done in a timely manner. So what we're going to do, I'm using this little black line as my measuring rod. I'm literally going to put that much space between my panels, okay, and just make sure they're even. Okay, if I can get this to scoot over, it might be a little more, it's okay, as long as you're even on the top and the bottom. And you've got, I'll show you up close. Oops, went the wrong way there, of course. So you see how close that is? Okay. So what I did was I used some glue and I used washi tape. Now, I will say this. The washi tape for me in the first one really struggled to stay closed, okay? So I had to end up, I finally figured out it worked with, I'm going to use this one. It worked with the what do you call it? Tacky glue. It would not work with my art glitter glue. It would not work with my hot glue gun. So you know, I don't know if that's normal behavior for this, but it was really frustrating. So I'm going to run the glue, a little bit of glue up this part because I don't trust washi tape, you know, to stick forever. And I'm going to do this side. Might have to wipe some of it off. I'm not too worried about that. I just want enough to just to help it stick in the long run. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this evenly at the end. Make sure that's even. You know what? I'll probably just do it the way I did it earlier. It's much easier. I'm just gonna go ahead and scoot this over. It's a little bit off. Come on. Yes, I talked to my paper. Get over there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down, and I'm just going to go ahead. I'm trying to get it as centered as possible. It'll probably be off, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'll just snip this, and I'll cut those even in a second. Okay, now I'm going to take this other piece and set it about that close. I don't have the black line right here on this spot, but that's okay. It'll be close enough. It'll be close. And then we're going to run some more glue. And we just, you know, just run enough to make sure it helps the tape to stick. That's all. Okay. And I had someone ask me where I got my little glue bottles with these tiny, tiny heads on them. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, in case anybody is interested, in the paint department. They were like, I don't know, $4.99 for 2, something like that. I know that I've seen them on Amazon as well. So, but I think, you know, for me that day it was easier to do the Hobby Lobby because I was there. Okay. Now we're going to stick that down again. All right. So now I'm just going to trim this off. be careful when you trim because that paper's right there and it catches and you can end up cutting it like I just did a little bit. So now you have your 3 pieces, okay? And they fold in on each other. And what I did earlier was I made sure that my tape, I took my bone folder or your scissor handle and I just made sure that it was even because that tape kind of lets the paper go a little bit dodgy. So I wanted to make sure it was in the right spot, so I did it like that and kind of gave that washi tape a little help. Okay. All right. Let's see. It looks like I have mine just over a tiny bit right here. Okay. Now we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab one of the pieces of my strips of material and I'm just going to cut 2 of these at 6 inches. Okay. So use my little mat here to guide me. Okay, and then I'm just going to go like folded it over. And like I said, you don't have to use this type of material, or you don't have to use fabric at all if you don't want. You can use more paper on the outside to just help by making a hinge, which we're going to be doing on the inside, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Hopefully, oh, I went 7 inches high and I thought I was doing 7 inches. That's funny. Anyway. You know, again, you got to be able to laugh at yourself when you're doing these videos. Okay. Go ahead and trim this one off because I know this one's the wrong size too. Yeah, I thought this would look really cute in our altered book journal, actually. One of these would. Okay. So now I usually leave the ends raggedy. Now on this, I'll probably trim the top and bottom. Sorry, I'm trying to get the string off of here and it won't stop. Okay, we're good. We're good. There we go. So you can use the Fabri-Tac. I'm going to go ahead and use the art glitter. It's fine. It works good too with material. And I'm totally guessing here. If I'm shy or too much, I can wipe off. Shy, I can add. So, okay. Okay. And all I do is just lay it down toward the center as much as I can find there. This is arguing with me. There we go. Yeah, I'll be trimming this off on the ends for mine. Okay. And we're going to go. So I hope everybody's having a good day and that you're getting to either get some crafting done or going to get to in a little bit. I know I have some folks who've told me they watch me while they're at work. So if you're at work and you're, you know, when you get home, I hope you get to play. So I've been noticing a lot more people are starting to post on our Facebook group, and I'm so excited. Every time I see that somebody's posted, I'm like, yes, yes. Makes me so happy. And you guys are starting to talk to each other. Yay! We're becoming friends. We're becoming family. That's what I wanted. It's so awesome. Okay, so where's my dry wipe, you guys? What'd I do with it? I'm gonna wipe my hands on my little wet wipe over here and kind of clean off my fingers. I found it. It was of course, on the floor. So what I did earlier, and you don't have to, but I'm going to trim these just because I want to. I don't know, just because. Okay. There we go. You can totally leave them ragamuffin. That's all good too. So now we have the beginnings of our little book. Okay. That's our little folio. Woohoo! It's kind of cute, right? Okay. So now I was thinking if I want to, I think I'll go ahead and do a little distressing around my edges here. See if I can get this. Oh, and if I didn't mention, you definitely want to use a thicker paper, you know, a cardstock. This is a thicker book, so it'll work good. Yeah, you don't want to use something that's weak. You know, a thin copy paper or something, 'cause that will not. I mean, you could, but I'm just saying in your journal it would probably not hold up too well in the long run, you know. Okay, so now we have that, and what I did was I took in that first one I was using pieces like this that I got. These are I think most of these are from Tina's. She's got like these advertisement kits that she did, you know, that have vintage ads and stuff. So that's what I was using before. So all I'm using is like cuts like this to make fold out journaling spots, as you can see. Okay, and I'm doing it with hinges. All right, so I'm gonna real quick, I have to pause because I need hinge paper. I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I brought along, I grabbed, this is from Tina's Basics kit, and it's the ledger paper. It's nice and neutral, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of kill one of my birds right now with a quick stone. I don't know, that's not the saying, but you know what I'm saying, I hope. I'm gonna go ahead and distress this real quick so that when I cut it, it'll already be done, because it's a little bright. And as I'm cutting it, I've been doing the distress thing. So if I just go ahead and do this, it'll be finished and I won't have to worry about it, right? At least on this part. And of course, again, this is not something that you have to do. It's totally up to you, what you prefer. I'm just always distressing everything, so you know how I am by now. If you've hung out with me for any length of time, you know. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, what I did was, as I was cutting them, so as I was picking my different pieces, and what I'm going to do is pull in some of, let me see here, I've got them here somewhere. See, that's the nice thing about these new bags, because I can see right away what I need. So I was going to bring in some scriptures this time too. I did scriptures in the last one, but I was going to see if I had some that were like, that would be good for how I did the first one. Let me see, smaller cards that would make some pretty little flips, you know. Okay, and I've just got my little bag here that I'm looking through. I'm just bringing it in so you guys can see what I'm doing. And also, if you have cards that are tags, like I like this one, so I don't want to use it as a tag, so I'm just going to snip off the tag part, and now it's just a card. So you don't have to commit to the whole tag thing if you don't want to. So just a few pieces there, and I'm going to go ahead and pull back in Tina's bag too, because I do like those little adverts. I think they're adorable. And then I have, let me see, I just saw it. These are like little postcards and little snippet cuts that I have from stuff. So we probably look through there as well. Okay, so I'm gonna grab one and we're gonna just start. What I did was I want it to be the height or the, you know, depending, I mean, on the I'm sorry, on the hinge part, you want it to be the height, and you want it to be about 3/4 of an inch, okay? And you're gonna take it, and I think it's a little high. I'm gonna have to trim probably, but let's see. Did I get that closer than I thought? Yeah, it needs a little trim here. But what I did was I fold these in half, okay? And you've all probably seen somebody make little, you know, well, we did hinges. You remember our pocket, or our journaling flip pocket thing that had a hinge? Yeah, that's all we're doing. We're just making some hinges. And they don't have to be totally even on the width part. You don't need to worry about that. As long as it's there, you know, in the position that you want your card. So like if I want the card on this side, flipping this way, I'm going to put it with the corner, the folded part of the card to the spine, okay? In the opposite direction of the way I want it to flip, okay? So I'm going to put some distress on the edges of this real quick. How many minutes are we in? Let's see. 22. We're doing good. Okay. All right. And this side is already coffee dyed, so I'm not going to worry about it. I found that it was simpler to attach my hinge to the paper to the folio first, and then I sat my piece of paper down on top of that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I need to move all these. I'm sorry. I have that little space I told you about, and I'm getting crowded. Okay, so I'm just going to sit this so that it's even with the edge of there. Maybe, you know, just inside slightly, just slightly. It can be like right on that. Let me show you. I have it like right there, okay? Get my dry wipe and just make sure it's rubbed in. Okay. And then I'm going to use my bone folder. You can use your scissor handles, and I'm squishing that down really good. You want to make sure that your hinge is flat, because otherwise it, you know, it's eventually it's going to be like things are popping up, you know. It just makes it easier for it to settle itself down. So now we're going to put some more glue on this top half of the hinge. Okay. And now you don't have to do hinges if you don't want. You can do pockets. You can do, we're going to do some pockets and tuck spots as well. But I did that because I like the interest that it brings to the piece. I think it's fun and interactive. I love interactive pieces. That's like a big part of what I like, is being able to play with stuff. I think it's fun for the person who gets the journal to be able to, you know, flip it open, write their secret thoughts right there, and then close it back up. You know, it's just fun, and they can come in, and it's just something to play with, you know. Okay, so now I'm going to do one on the other side. And now I have a little leaf that's hanging down, so we want to make sure that's not being folded in, so we don't want to put it over too far. So it's going to have to be, you know, about right there. Keep those little things, you know, in mind for your pieces. That can even actually be trimmed off, since we're going to be using this as a flip journaling card. So I went ahead and trimmed that. So now I'm not going to have to worry about it. And I'm going to take my paper, and I'm going to cut me a strip about 3/4 of an inch. An inch just seems like a lot, so I did 3/4 of an inch, and I thought that was a pretty good amount. And we're going to go ahead and measure it from this cornered off spot here Actually, I might hinge this one a little bit higher than the leaves. Okay, so I'll probably go about there. Okay, and then we're just going to trim. Fold this little puppy over in half. And the reason I did that is because I don't want the hinge sticking out from underneath that spot, and it would where that leaf is. It'll stick out there, so that's why I'm just gonna glue it down a little higher on it. It'll be fine. It's only a nidge, you know, it's just a tiny little bit. Okay. And then again, I'm gonna make sure I'm in film. Okay, I'm in the frame. So I'm just taking this, and I don't want to hit the hinge. So you're gonna bring, the spine there. You're gonna bring it in just a little bit, okay? But I was putting them even with, oh, you know what? I used that art glitter glue, and I can't guarantee that that's gonna stick. I'm gonna have to use my tacky glue. Sorry about that, guys. I just realized they stuck on the other one at these portions, but I don't trust it now that I saw what it did. So on that washi tape, I don't know why it did that, but I don't want these popping out, you know. Okay, so stick that down. It's going to take a little bit more to dry because it's the tacky and not the art glitter. That's okay. I don't have to worry about that on the parts that are just paper to paper. It just seems to be on top of this washi. Have any of you had a problem getting the, I don't use washi tape a lot. Have any of you had the problem of getting it to stick with glue on top? Not the bottom part where we glue it to make sure the washi tape stays down, but gluing something on top of the washi tape. Because this is the first time I've ever had that happen. And in this one, it just, I don't know if I told you guys, it would not stick. Right here, and right here. So I had to come back in. I tried every type of glue I had. And finally, tacky glue was the one that actually stuck for some reason. So, not real sure why. I know it's a little bit shiny on top of there, so I guess that's probably it, but you know, like I said, now on this part I don't need to worry because this is paper to paper and it's working fine. So okay, and I'm going to bring that right there. All right, so, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to distress. Look at that. Terra. That is not good, guys. I put that towelette under there so I don't get it all over this part. Okay, if anybody was wondering why I did that. Okay. So there's our first two little flips. See? Okay. And now we can put whatever we want on the bottom. We can do a pocket. I did a pocket in the other one and it was cute, and then I have a tag. So I'll probably do that again. This time I think I'll corner this one a little bit. Or you know what? I think I'll do a flip again like I did in the other one, but I think I'm going to have it go this way. And then I'm going to do a pocket underneath. Yeah, so let's see. What one can we use here? Or do we want to do a short but wide one? Let me see this one here. This one will probably make a good pocket. Yeah. We'll just do our distress real quick. Oh, this one's already got it on the back, so I don't have to worry. And now I do want to do the edges to a little bit darker. Gives it that nice distinction. It looks very aged and weathered and vintagey and fun and grungy all at the same time. We like that. So I'm going to put this one in as a pocket. And again, it's on that tape right there, so I'm going to use my tacky glue. And hopefully I will not have to battle with it later. Okay. Get that as centered as I can. Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't like that tape. I don't know if it's just, is it all washi tape or is it just Tim Holtz washi tape? That's Tim Holtz. I'm not sure. I've tried to remember, did I ever have this kind of issue with gluing something onto washi tape? And I don't remember if I ever really even did glue anything onto it. I'm going to grab a drink of water here. I'm just not sure. So now this one I'm going to do as a flip. So we're going to do a hinge. Grab our little piece here. Cut a piece. I won't need it as wide, I don't think, because it's not quite as long. Yeah, didn't need it quite that long, of course. Okay. I hope you guys like these and that you try them. And if you do, let me know, okay? You know I'm a nosy Rosie. I love to hear about what you guys are working on. I don't know how I cut that so crooked. I'm not really nosy. I'm just interested. I like being friends with you guys, so that's the only reason. I'm actually interested. Okay. Yeah, I've been getting so stoked about some of the things you guys are posting on our Facebook group. It's just so awesome. I love it. And when I see you guys starting to talk to each other and introducing yourselves and you know, when you go into starting something like this, you know, you want it to be successful and you don't know that it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? And so to see the channel taking off and now to see you guys interacting the way you are is just a wonderful blessing. I hope you know that. It really is to me. And it's going to be a blessing to you guys too, because you're making all kinds of new friends, and you know how it is with our groups, you know. I love when I see you guys interact with each other on here as well, in the comments. That's very cool. Encouraging each other and stuff. It's just beautiful. Okay, so we got that one. Oh, this is definitely going to have to go on the inside of that, like that. Yep, because of the height of that hinge. I didn't see that. Maybe I'm going to trim that top portion off. I think it'll be fine. Watch. Okay. There. Now it's not, yeah, there it's not hindering that one. I don't know if the card will. We'll see. Probably. Watch. Yeah, the card will. Let's see if we trim this just a little bit. Yep. On the height. That was off. Did you see that? That was really off. Oh well. So it looks junky. It's a junk journal, right? It's a junk journal folio. So it's not perfect. Go figure. Praise the Lord, it's going to be a blessing anyway. It's going to be beautiful. went really crooked on that cut. All right. I think I'm going to have to refill my glue. It's starting to get low. I sure go through a lot of glue. You guys go through a lot of glue? Of course you do. That's a silly question. We've been watching Balky. What is that show called? Perfect Strangers. The old 80s show. Some of you won't remember it. Some of you will. We've been watching it so often that the first thing that came to my head when I said that was, of course I do. Don't be ridiculous. My husband always makes me imitate him because I do the voice. When we were there for a while, we were watching Blossom in the morning, and he would make me do, he'd be like, honey, do Joey's voice, and I'd be like, whoa. Okay, yes, I am that silly. I am. It's true. It's true. I have fun, though. You know, I got to tell you guys something. I have been feeling so cruddy lately physically that I was telling him earlier, I just don't even, I feel like my brain is at half mass. And every time I go to do a video, I'm feeling icky. And I haven't mentioned this, but when I get started talking to you guys and working on stuff with you, it's like I feel normal again. I feel better. I'm serious. Is that a blessing or what? I mean, and I meant to mention it the other day and I didn't. But it's so weird. I'm going along feeling icky all this time this morning, and then I get on camera with you guys and start talking and chit-chatting and playing, and it just goes away. It's like it just goes away and I start to feel better. It's amazing. It's amazing. God is so good. So thank you, Lord Jesus. I praise you. Thank you for giving me strength. Okay. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Psalm 119, 105. I love, love, love that scripture. I used to quote that a lot whenever I'd be going through something. I would just remind myself that his word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And it would always bring me peace, you know. Praise the Lord. Okay. I need a piece of our paper. I cut that one a little off, like way off. I really like this little folio. I think it's adorable. I'm probably going to be making more of these for my stuff. And it was super quick too, you know? I mean, compared to what I thought it would be. Once I figured out what numbers I wanted, you know, what measurements I wanted, it was done. It was really easy. So I hope you guys try it, or that if you are trying it, that you like it, because I just found it to be pretty simple, you know, but effective. One of those things that you make and go, yeah, that it works. You know what I mean? It worked. Now you can also glue your hinge on to the paper like this. I'm measuring it because I rounded those corners, and I wanted to kind of round my hinge and see what happens. But you can use, what was I saying? What is wrong with me? I lost my train of thought. It went flying right out of my head. It'll come back. You guys know what I was saying because you remember probably better than me. There we go. Oh, what I was saying was you can... I told you it'd come back. I hope you guys still love me. I really am a dingbat sometimes. No, seriously. You can put this down onto the... I want to make sure I don't go too far over. You can put this onto the paper as well. You don't have to put it onto the folio itself first, but I personally found it to be less awkward for me, so that's why I am doing it that way. Okay. Now the reason I didn't use my tacky glue on this one is because this is partially on the paper here, and so that art glitter glue will probably hold just fine as long as it's got an attachment to that paper. Okay. I'm just going ahead and doing my flippy type portions first. Once I got those down in the first one, that's when I went back in and I did my tags and stuff. We may save, depending on the time. I think we're probably going to end up saving like the decorating of it to the next time we come together for. Let's see, I was looking here. Let me see. I was going to say I wanted one that was a little bit taller, more of a vertical, so that I could... I like this. She believed she could, so she did. I like that one. You know what I think? I don't even think... These are distressed. I think what I did was, before I fussy cut the page with these scriptures and the different sayings on it, I think I distressed it all with my brush and then came back in and or then that way when I cut them they were already prepared. I think that's what I did, because I'm running into a lot of them. Am I on camera? I am, right? I'm sticking with the camera here. I'm going to pull back just a little bit. I want to make sure you guys see the whole thing. Anyway, so yeah, I love this phrase right there. I always liked it. Go ahead and let's see. Is that about long enough? A little bit longer. A little bit longer. Okay. Oh, that was long enough. Oh well. Oh well. Fold it in half. I went ahead and stood up for a minute. Sometimes I get tired of sitting down. Oopsie. Okay, so I want this one to open that way. Since this hinge is not going to be, I've got to undo my glue, sorry. Since the hinge is going to be directly onto the washi tape, I'm using my tacky glue. So, it's very annoying for it not to work like it should. Just because I'm so used to the art glitter glue that's the one I grab now. I don't even really, I use my tacky glue for certain things now. Bigger, if I need to cover a bigger area, you know, I'll use the tacky glue. So having to grab it, it's hard for me to remember. Okay, I need to bring that over a little bit more. There we go. I'm just holding it so it starts to stick. As you can see, it's, I don't know. Let me know, you guys, in the comments if you've had issues with the glue not sticking to the washi or the Tim Holtz washi tape. I'm just curious if it's me, if I got something on the tape. I don't think I did. It's brand new. I just pulled it out of the package the other day. So I really don't think that I did anything to it. But I'm just wondering if anybody has had the experience I'm having with it. And if they have a solution, that'd be awesome. Awesome. Come on, stick. All right. We're just going to have to let that puppy dry. All right, I just don't trust it. Okay, now we'll do, let me see. I have this really pretty, and I'm wondering how wide it is. It's a bit too wide, I figured. Just narrow down these sides a wee bit. There you go. I think I'll bring it down in height as well. Kind of don't want it running into yeah, we are definitely going to do this as a two-parter. I'm thinking maybe we'll do this one for Saturday's Craft With Me video, okay? Since this is Tuesday's Craft With Me. And that way I will be able to kick back with you guys and do this. Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm getting my... When I do that, it's usually because I'm getting confused about something. In this case, I was getting confused about the fact that I am going to the doctor this coming Saturday. Well, eye doctor. America's Best. Okay. And for a second there, I was thinking, oh, I won't be here Saturday, but I record these ahead of time, so that's neither here nor there for you guys. The video will be there Saturday. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I said, never mind. It's just Tara being a wee bit ditzy. That's not, okay, good. I could still pull this down since it's so... Okay, so we got our pocket. This is the day that the Lord has made. What do they have? We will rejoice and be glad in it. I always say I will rejoice. I know the Bible says we, but I always say I. Psalm 118:24. There we go. So now we've got 3 panels done. With our little flips, we've got a third flip, a pocket. See, we've got this one, that one, pocket. And then we have this flip, pocket. Now, on this side, I was thinking, I might do a belly band. I was thinking a belly band would be cute there. And then we could stick like a tag behind it, you know? But now I'm looking in my stuff. Let me see what I got over here. Let me see. Real quick. It's too tall. I was wondering if I had something that could be... I have a belly band, but it's way too big. This little girl's pretty. Oh, she's a nice size. Look at that. She's beautiful. I think she might be the one. And instead of, I'm going to use hot glue on this one. And come in on the back side here. And I'm going to glue her in as a belly band, like I said. And that way I can stick like a tag or a couple of cards behind her, you know. Or some paper, whatever. There we go. Oh, she's so pretty. Isn't she so pretty? I love that one. Okay. So now it's going to be like this and like that. And now we'll do the front real quick. Let's do, okay. I definitely think that, again, Tim's cloth tape here, this whatever you call it tape, is so awesome. I'm gonna be using it up. I know I am. I love it so much. It's crazy just how much I love this tape. It's the kind of thing I should be hoarding, and I just can't bring myself to. I know a lot of people would be hoarding this, and I'm like, oh, I gotta use it, I gotta use it. It's gonna be a little bit long. That's okay, we'll trim it. Now what I did on the other one, because again, I don't trust it to hold by itself, so I'm gonna put some glue. Okay, so I'm just gonna run it down about approximately where I know it's gonna be. It'll probably need a little bit more. If I put too much, that's okay. I'll wipe it off. Okay. Now we gotta see if I can get this undone. It's coming. It's coming. I did it. Yay! Round of applause. No. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and right to the edge. Okay. Oops, a little bit up. One thing about this tape is with the glue and the tape, it will not just like scooch over when you push on it and stuff as much. I mean, it's not too easy to do it that way. So, just a heads up. Okay, now I'm going to go this way because I don't want to cut the paper. So, and I am just trimming that little bit of overage. Okay. That side. Oh, I love this one. It looks so nice. It's very pretty. Oops. I really like it. Now we're going to do this side. Okay. I hope you guys like these. I think this was pretty easy. You know, the time-consuming part to me seems more to be the decorating, you know, than the actual making of the little folio. And like I said, you can use all 6 pieces of the paper if you want. I'm just going to do it like that. Stop it. You can make it, you know, as many panels as you want, but you do have to make sure that you, when you do that, make sure that you give yourself some leeway for the folds, because it'll be, you know, folding in on itself more, and it can be a little bit tricky to get it closed correctly, which is what I found when I tried to do, I did a 5-panel earlier. I didn't tell you guys, I actually did the video through like to a half an hour into it, and I made this. Okay, this one, and I did, instead of doing the tape on the inside, I did the hinges, so that may have impacted my folding of it, because it's, you know, it's harder to fold it and it's kind of sticking. I'm gonna figure it out though. But what I was gonna say is I ended up deleting the video because I accidentally turned it off. Yeah, I went to pause it to go get some paper, and I accidentally hit the off button. And you know, I just suck at trying to, right now I'm just not set up well for editing, and so I was like, dadgummit, now I gotta start over, because it'll take forever to upload it to my computer, where I do have an editing program that would mesh them. But yeah, it's a long process, so I decided to just redo it. So yep. And I actually am glad, because I think this one turned out super, super cute. And it's not done. We are going to finish the outside, and we're going to decorate the inside some more, put some tags in it next time. But it is time to say goodbye. So I hope you guys like this, and that you will make one, and that you'll let me know that you did, okay? I love you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Bye.